Hi, my name is Orla, and today we will practice deep relaxation. So, intentionally relaxing might be something that we don't do very often for ourselves. We tend to work very hard and then we kind of crash, and we might stay still for hours on the sofa um, and still not feel refreshed when we get up, even though we've made no effort to do anything in particular. So, the practice of deep relaxation gives us the opportunity to come back to our body and to offer real care to our body. And there's no pressure to ever relax. So, this is simply creating a space for us in which we could relax. So, sometimes we have muscles that are just kind of in the habit of gripping really tightly, staying tense and poised for action. And we need to allow ourselves to be really patient with our body's habits. So we offer this unconditionally kind space, and we offer over and over again this invitation to our body to let go, to rest, to allow itself to be really supported in this moment. So we tend to get a little bit cooler when we stay still. So it's good to take a moment to allow yourself to be very snuggled and warm. So really giving yourself a few moments to listen to your body, what it needs now. You can do this at bedtime. You can do this during the day as a chance to rest and refresh. It's a nice thing to do after lunch if we have this space. And just sensing what your body needs, whether it wants to be stretched out on your back or on your side, maybe curled up and cozy. Check if you need any additional support, maybe under your knees or behind your head. We just practice listening to what our body needs. And in a moment, I'll sound the bell, and we can allow the sound to simply ripple through, falling away in its own perfect time. Becoming aware of the imprint of your body, where your body is touching the furniture, the floor. Just aware of it resting its weight in this moment. And sensing the small movements that occur all the time in our body. Even when we're completely at rest, there are very subtle movements from our breath, from other processes going on in our body. So noticing the sense of opening and expansion with your in-breath, and the sense of letting go, resting in a little more deeply with your out-breath. and allowing yourself to rest in this natural rhythm of your breathing. The same way that if you were walking along a seashore and there were low waves lapping in, and you would very naturally enjoy the rhythm of the waves as you walked alongside them. That drawing in to the beach with your in-breath, and then the wave receding, becoming part of the ocean again with your out-breath. And as the wave recedes, it can shift any tension or holding, maybe any distraction. There are many things along a shoreline that waves move slightly, little pebbles or seaweed or seashells get drawn slowly back out to sea. So on our out breath, we can allow our body to rest a little more heavily, a little more deeply. Allowing yourself to be fully supported in this moment. And we can allow our awareness to begin to sink down. So sinking down through our torso, down below our belly button, washing over our hips, and soaking down through our legs all the way to our right foot. So just noticing what your right foot is doing in this moment. Just sensing its position, what it's touching and being touched by. If you scanned it with a thermal scanner, can you find the coziest part of your right foot? So the part that would glow orangey red under the thermal scanner. And is it possible to draw your awareness just to the top of your foot, top of your foot, top of your toes, to simply be aware of that strip along the top of your right foot? And then drawing back to the heel of your right foot for a moment, just sensing the heel. And then from the heel, really slowly drawing your awareness along the sole of your right foot. And letting yourself do this decadently slowly, mapping out this landscape, sensing the perimeter of your foot, shape of your footprint, curve of your arch. Coming into the pads of your little toes to finish off your footprint. You can press or wiggle them to see if you're really there. So that we have a full sense of our right foot. We really sense the experience of our right foot in this moment. And we may be able to tell how our foot is feeling. It might be tired or feeling really at ease. It might be feeling a little restless, maybe a little achy. And we're just looking. There's nothing really to fix at the moment. So we allow our foot to be just as it is. And then we invite it to begin to fill with a heavy, relaxed energy. This deeply weighted energy can soak into our right foot. Filling every cell of our right foot so that it can really give its weight and rest really deeply for a moment. Almost like the quality of molten metal, that this weighted, easeful energy pours into our right foot. And that our foot can really release any effort, any holding. And then moving our awareness very gently to discover where our left foot is in this moment. So just finding your left foot in space, seeing what position it's in, what it's touching or being touched by, sensing all around your left foot. And can you sense just the top of your left foot, top of your toes? Drawing back to the heel of your left foot. Just focusing in your attention. You kind of distill all your attention into this one small part of your left foot. And then from the heel, bringing your awareness slowly and gently to soak along the sole of your left foot. Mapping out this territory, this landscape, aware of the edges of your footprint, the elegant curve of your arch. Just following the shape of your whole footprint and coming into your toe pads to finish off your footprint. You can press or wiggle to know that you're really there. And then expanding out to encompass your entire left foot so that you have this sense of this living foot in this moment. You might sense how it's feeling. Maybe it's a really easy moment. Maybe there is a little suffering or discomfort. Maybe it's deeply grateful to have nothing to do, no steps to take in this moment. And where you just practice looking. And then inviting your foot to begin to fill with a heavy, relaxed energy. Soaking into every cell of your left foot. Filling your foot, filling your toes. So that your left foot can rest really deeply for a moment. Letting go of everything else. And then sensing your left foot and your right foot together. You know, these feet have taken so many steps for you. They've walked many, many paths for you in your life. So many different places, different terrains. They've walked along uneven paths and tried to keep your balance for you. They've walked along the seashore, They've walked up hills. They've danced, played, run, skipped. These are great feet. So we really make a gift of this moment to our 2 feet, inviting them to simply let go and rest, to really receive the gifts of this moment, of having nothing to do except to take their ease. And with our 2 feet resting, we allow this heavy, relaxed energy to begin to soak into the rest of our body, slowly infusing our ankles, so allowing it to soak into our right ankle, our left ankle, suffusing the delicate joints, offering soothing and ease. And then we invite our 2 ankles to rest really deeply for a moment. Nothing to balance or move towards, nothing to move away from. Really allowing our ankles to rest here, drawing in the nourishment that they need. And from our ankles, this heavy, relaxed energy can begin to soak into our 2 calves, soaking into our right calf and our left calf. Aware of the bones, the strong muscles, the connective tissue that allows us to move and bend and stretch. The warm blood moving through, nourishing every cell. And the skin of our calves in contact with maybe different textures, perhaps the air. Just aware of this embodied presence in our 2 calves. And then inviting them to become saturated with this heavy, relaxed energy, soaking, so that your 2 calves can rest very deeply for a moment. Releasing. And then this easeful energy can begin to soak into your 2 knees, your right knee, your left knee. You might imagine it furling around every nook and cranny of the joint, deeply penetrating our precious knees, offering a sense of ease, soothing any discomfort or pain, bringing a quality of deep release so that our 2 knees have the space that they need to be really well. Allowing our knees to feel free. And then from our knees soaking into our thighs, these longest bones in our body, aware of our right thigh, our left thigh, sensing these long bones stretching all the way deep into our pelvis, sensing the strong muscles of our thighs, the connective tissue that allows so much motion and movement, the warm blood nourishing all of our body, just traveling through our thighs, and the skin of our thighs touching our clothes, the air, allowing these two entire thighs to become saturated with a heavy, relaxed energy, just deeply penetrating so that our two entire legs can let go, so that our whole legs release a little bit more heavily, allow a little more of their weight to be supported, to be held in this moment. And from our thighs, this heavy, relaxed energy can soak in to our pelvis, our seat, our lower back, our lower tummy, sensing this cradle of our body, allowing it to fill with this heavy, relaxed energy. Finding the very bottom of our spine, just sensing where your spine begins. And then slowly drawing this easeful energy, just a vertebra or two at a time. Just beginning to slowly draw it up your spine so that each vertebra takes in this quality of ease and letting go. That each vertebra has the spaciousness it needs to be really well. So drawing this energy up your spine, to the middle part of your back, and then higher again. Just following your spine the whole way up. Allowing this heavy, relaxed energy to soak deeply into your spine, so that your spine knows how to let go. You can follow the vertebrae right up into your neck, where they become very small and fine. Sensing the central spinal column with a quality of heavy, relaxed energy, so that your spine can rest very deeply. And allowing our awareness to return again to the base of our spine. Might sense our pelvis, sensing these very fine vertebrae at the bottom of our spine, and then spanning outwards from our spine, to stretch across our lower back, sensing the musculature of our lower back that keeps our organs so safe, allows us to twist and turn and bend and stretch. We just sense this part of our back, inviting it to soak in this heavy, relaxed energy. This energy that invites us over and over to let go, to sense the peace of this moment. To listen to what our body needs. And moving further up your back again. Maybe coming to the level of your ribs. And spanning out from your spine to follow your ribs out as they curve around you. Keeping your most precious organs safe. These are protective ribs, very loving. And they also move with every breath to allow your lungs to draw in the air they need. So we can sense the care and the protection, the kindness that our ribs offer us. And allowing them to draw in this heavy, relaxed energy, soaking this deeply easeful energy so that our ribs can rest. That even as they move gently, they can let go of any effort. Enfolded, kind of hugged by our gratitude, folding these ribs of ours. And allowing our awareness to move up our spine again to the level where we sense our shoulder blades. And then spanning outwards to soak deeply into these two shoulder blades, sensing where they stretch out across our upper back. Might see if we can tour the perimeter, the edges of our shoulder blades, just getting a sense of their shape. And you might sense musculature around your shoulder blades. These different muscles that strap around to allow so much movement every day. So sensing your shoulder blades, sensing the top of your shoulders, as though someone just touched a hand there, rested a hand there for just a moment. And allowing this entire area to begin to soak in this heavy, relaxed energy. This deeply weighted energy soaking into every cell. Really inviting your shoulders to rest for a moment. Nothing to carry, nothing to reach out to, nothing to pull back from. Just allowing our shoulders to release. And it may be that we sense tension or a sense of numbness or discomfort in some of the muscles around our shoulder. So scanning with your mind very gently to see if there's a sense of any holding or a knot. And if we discover an area, we can bring our attention nice and close in a very caring way. And we can imagine it as being formed of ice. Just holding that area in your awareness for a moment as being made of ice. And then think ice to water. Can there be a melting where there was once harshness? Water to vapor. Can there be a lightness and aeration? This spaciousness where there was once solidity. Just enfolding our shoulders in our care. And from the top of our shoulders, this heavy, relaxed energy can begin to soak down our two arms, soaking into our upper arms, sensing the bones there, the muscle, the connective tissue that allows so many different actions that we make every day. Sensing the skin of our arms, touching our clothes, being touched by the air, and inviting our arms to fill with this heavy, relaxed energy. So that our upper arms can rest very deeply. Soaking into our elbows, so noticing the angle that they allow our arms to be at because of our healthy elbows. This easeful energy can furl around every nook and cranny of our elbow joint, soaking into our forearms, following the bone, muscle, sensing the warm blood in our arms, the skin of our forearms, filling with this heavy, relaxed energy so that our two arms understand that it's okay to let go. It's a good moment to rest really deeply. And from our forearms, this energy beginning to soak into our two wrists, bringing with it whatever our wrists need. Might be a sense of soothing cool, soothing warmth, a sense of spaciousness, ease. Just filling these precious joints. And then soaking into our two hands, filling the center of our right hand, our left hand, soaking into the palms, all the way through to the back of our hands, filling this whole center of our hands, soaking into our thumbs, sensing our knuckles, and from there soaking in to our fingers. Segment by segment, all the way to the very tips of our fingers. So that our entire right hand and our entire left hand become saturated with this heavy, relaxed energy and can let go and rest for a moment. Our hands do so much for us every day. Even just today, they've pushed back the bedclothes, they've washed us, brushed our teeth, they've dressed us, they've prepared food and drink, and they've fed us, just like our parents did when we were too young to feed ourselves. These are such kind hands. They might have texted or phoned people who we love. They might have written or driven, created something, held someone's hand. These are wonderful hands. So we can make a gift of this moment to our two hands and allow them to rest very deeply so that they can be supported for a moment. They can receive our deep care. They might know the joy of having nothing to do. So our two entire arms rest really deeply for a moment. And then shifting our awareness once more to come into our torso, into our tummy, below our belly button. Just to sense this lower part of our tummy, our digestive system, reproductive system. Sensing this whole space and allowing it to fill with a heavy, relaxed energy. Sometimes when we experience tension, our internal organs contract, constrict a little. So we can really make a gift of this moment to allow our organs to rest, to have the space they need, so that they can really thrive. It's healthy organs, receiving the nourishment that comes with relaxation, with stillness. So this whole lower part of our torso becomes saturated with this heavy, relaxed energy. Sensing it all the way out to the skin. Allowing this deep letting go. And then allowing this heavy, relaxed energy to begin to soak up through our torso, soaking into our liver, our tummy, our two lungs, constantly breathing in, constantly letting go, allowing each moment to be fresh and new. Bringing our awareness to the area of our heart. We might sense a pulsing or energy, warmth, and we might not. It's okay. Your heart is still beating for you. Your heart has been beating for you since before your lungs breathed air. It has been beating for you for such a long time. It is your truest friend. Even when you sleep at nighttime, your heart stays awake, beating in every moment to make every moment of your life possible. And we know sometimes daily life takes a real toll on our heart. Maybe there are certain foods or drink that put some pressure on our heart. And there's strong emotions that we feel. Anxiety or anger, deep sorrow or guilt or shame, the feeling of grief. All of these feelings are registered in our heart. It experiences everything. And it keeps beating steadily and strongly. So we can make a gift of this moment to our heart, our greatest ally, and really enfold it in our care, in our gratitude, so that it can beat steadily and safely without any extra obstacles, can be really supported in this moment. Really nestled in our sense of profound gratitude to our precious heart. Thank you for being so strong, so resilient, so patient, so kind, for the love that it generates, the sense of connection or wonder, joy, deep satisfaction. We're so grateful to our heart. And allowing this deeply easeful energy, just enfolding our heart to melt away any tension or holding, maybe old grievances that can just melt in this moment. Anything that we can let go of, we give our permission for it to dissipate, dissolve away, so that we can be as clear and fresh and healthy. And allowing this heavy, relaxed energy to soak into our upper chest, meeting once again the top of our shoulders, sensing this openness, receptivity, moving up into our neck, aware of the fine vertebrae, aware of our throat, swallowing from time to time. The air constantly moving through. Sensing the skin of our neck. Maybe sensing the strong muscles that wrap around our neck. Allowing all of this to become infused with this deeply easeful energy of release, letting go, bringing spaciousness and lightness where there was once stuckness. And from the nape of our neck, beginning to draw our attention up the back of our head, aware of our hair resting on our scalp resting against our skull, aware of our brain resting inside our skull. Sensing our ears, receiving sound as it rises and falls in its own time. Our ears have heard such wonderful sounds in our life. The voices of those we love, laughter, bird song, beautiful music, waves rolling in along a seashore. We're so grateful to our healthy ears. And sensing the very top of your forehead for a moment, the part up at your hairline, and then soaking down your forehead all the way to your eyebrows. Can you sense your forehead from the inside out? The part that rests against your skull. Sensing that muscle, inviting it to fill, to soak in this heavy, relaxed energy, so that your forehead can drape, smooth, at ease. Sensing your eyes resting in their sockets, your eyelids, your eyelashes, the fine muscles around your eyes. Our eyes have seen so many wonderful things. Think of the beautiful colors, the beautiful places on earth that we've seen with our healthy eyes. The faces of people who we love, being able to share their joys or be with them in their sorrows. These are kind eyes. They've offered us a multitude of riches. So we enfold our eyes in our care, our gratitude, allowing this deeply easeful energy to penetrate very deeply, that our eyes can rest, that any fatigue can be soothed, released. And then soaking into our jaw, just sensing our jawbone all the way down to our chin. We know our jaw can hold tension or worry or anger very easily. So we take a moment to invite this heavy, relaxed energy to infuse every cell of our jawbone. Bringing a sense of release and letting go. Knowing that there's nothing to hold on to in this moment. It's okay to rest. There's nothing to concentrate or focus on. Simply open to receive, to allow this easeful energy to move through us. Aware of our lips, just sensing our two lips, whether they're touching or whether there is a little space in between them. And then sensing the inside of our lips, the side that rests against our gums and teeth. Moving inside our mouth to sense our gums holding our teeth. Sensing our inner cheeks, the upper palate of our mouth. Can you sense the very tip of your tongue? And then move backwards as your tongue grows wider and thicker. Can you sense the origin of your tongue? Where it starts from? And can you rest there? Letting go. And moving our awareness up slightly to take in our nose. Maybe sensing the air inside our nostrils. We know we've smelt beautiful aromas, beautiful scents with our healthy nose. The scent of home cooking, favorite dishes that always warm our heart, evoke a different time in our life. Scent of fresh flowers. Scent of sea air. Lush forest. Our life has been made infinitely richer because of our healthy nose. So we enfold our nose, allowing this deeply easeful energy to soak our cheekbones, our nose, our sinuses, really filling our whole head. Heavy, relaxed energy. And we can widen our awareness to include our whole head and our whole neck and our torso all the way down to our seat. To include from the top of our shoulders all the way down our arms to the very tips of our fingers. To wash through our hips and include our thighs, our knees, our calves, our ankles, and our 2 feet, all the way to our little toe pads. So that we have a sense, a unified sense of our entire presence resting in this moment. Just sensing the collective sense of ease and letting go that our body has generated. May we learn to listen very deeply to our body. May we know when it's tired, when it's sore, when it needs stillness or silence, when it needs movement, freshness, when it has had enough. May we recognize the effects of anxiety or anger, how they feel in our body, and may we be able to generate kindness and care as an antidote to these. May we learn more and more deeply how to rest and let go in this moment, so that we can let go of past moments. We can let go of our future thinking to really be able to rest here, nourishing ourselves, showing up very deeply for this moment of our life. May we really treasure all that our body offers us. Deep appreciation for everything it makes possible. May we learn to trust our body as we listen to it more and more deeply. May we always know our way home to our body in this moment of our precious life. So we allow ourselves to wake up very slowly. You might stretch your fingers, wiggle your toes, curl your joints, your ankles, your wrists, stretch your arms and legs. And we had a decadent amount of time today to rest. But once we know the way home, it takes just one breath to come back to our body very deeply with kindness and care. So thank you for practicing together.